When did you realize your parents genuinely didn't see you as human? I had stomach problems my whole childhood. Every single time I felt sick, my mom would roll her eyes and say, "You're not dying, go lie down." My dad would just laugh and tell me, "She's just trying to get out of chores again." It didn't matter if I was doubled over in pain or throwing up. They always had the same response. "Stop being dramatic, take some medicine, you're fine." By the time I was 14, I had learned to just suffer in silence. There was no point in telling them anything because they never believed me anyway. One night in October, I woke up around midnight with the worst pain I'd ever felt in my life. It was like someone was stabbing me in the stomach with a hot knife. I was sweating so bad my sheets were soaked, and I could barely stand up without shaking. I stumbled to their bedroom door and knocked softly. "Mom? Dad? I think something's really wrong." My mom opened the door looking annoyed. She took one look at me standing there in my pajamas, sweating and shaking, and sighed. "Layla, it's the middle of the night. Stop being so dramatic and take some Pepto. We have work tomorrow." "But Mom, this feels different. It really hurts and I think I might need to go to the hospital." My dad's voice came from the bed. "She's just trying to get attention. Tell her to go back to bed." My mom nodded and started closing the door. "You heard your father. Go lie down and stop waking us up over nothing." I went back to my room and tried to sleep, but the pain kept getting worse. By 2 in the morning, I was throwing up bile and could barely think straight. I tried walking to the bathroom, but halfway down the hallway, everything went black. My little brother Kevin found me collapsed on the floor at 4 in the morning. He was only 8, but he started screaming for our parents when he saw me lying there unconscious. My dad came running out, cursing under his breath. "What the hell is wrong with her now?" He picked me up and carried me to the car, complaining the entire time about how I was overreacting and how this was going to cost them money they didn't have. Even while driving to urgent care, he kept muttering about how I was being ridiculous, and this better not be some stupid cry for attention. The doctor took one look at me and immediately ordered blood tests and a CT scan. 20 minutes later, he came back looking serious. "Your daughter has appendicitis, and it's ruptured. We need to get her into surgery right now. If you had waited even 2 more hours to bring her in, this could have killed her." My parents just stood there staring at him. No apology, no concern, just silence. I spent 5 days in the hospital after the surgery. The nurses were amazing and actually listened when I said I was in pain. They brought me ice chips and helped me walk around when I was ready. My parents visited once on the second day, and my mom spent the whole time complaining about the parking fees. When they finally brought me home, I was expecting maybe a card or some flowers or just someone asking how I felt. Instead, the only food in the house was a 3-day-old casserole with green mold growing on one corner. My room hadn't been touched. My dirty clothes from the night I collapsed were still on the floor. No one had even changed my sheets that were still stained with sweat. My mom handed me the moldy casserole and said, "Well, next time speak up more clearly. You didn't say it was that bad. How are we supposed to know?" My dad just nodded. "Yeah, maybe if you hadn't cried wolf so many times before, we would have taken you seriously." That's when I realized they genuinely saw me as some kind of inconvenience instead of their actual daughter. Even after almost dying, they found a way to make it my fault.